Hi everyone, we're going to do 3 1/5 minus 1 3/5. And we have a couple different strategies that we can do to subtract. First of all, our denominator is 5, and all that means is that everything we're looking at is cut into fifths. So if you have 3 full cakes, as shown below, so 1, 2, 3 full cakes, each one of them is 5 pieces. But we're still going to eat them all. It's still one whole, but it's cut into 5. And then here's that 1/5 down there. We're going to take away 1 full cake and then 3/5 as well. Now, wouldn't it be nice if we could just do 3 minus 1 and then carry that 5 denominator, just keep that, and then 1 minus 3, but you can't do 1 minus 3. So we're going to do a different strategy that will work much better. The strategy that works is to convert both of these, sorry about that, convert both mixed numbers into improper fractions, and then it will be much, much easier to subtract them. So let me show you how to do that. There's a shortcut, and I also want to make sure you understand kind of why it works. So take 3 1/5. We're going to turn that into something over 5. And basically all I'm saying is how many pieces are there? If you look down at the blue pieces, 3 whole cakes and then 1/5 is how many pieces or how many fifths? Well, how many fifths are in 1 full cake? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Each full cake is 5/5, and we have 3 of them, and each one is 5. So 5 times 3. That's why the shortcut works. The shortcut is 3 times 5. So multiply the mixed number, or the whole number, sorry, by the denominator, and then you add on whatever else you have. So the reason 3 times 5 works is because we have 1, 2, 3 cakes, and each cake has 5 pieces. 3 times 5 is 15, and then we also have 1/5, so we just want to add that in. So this is 16/5. Now, if you were to actually count these, you could count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you would get 16. But you don't need to count them if you use the shortcut. And you know that 1 whole is 5 pieces, so 3 wholes is 15 plus 1. Let's do it with the second one. How many fifths would there be if you had 1 cake, but you ate the whole cake? How many pieces would you have eaten? 5. So 1 whole is 5, so 1 times 5 is 5. And then we also have 3. So plus 3 is 8. So now you have your 2 numbers in mixed or in improper fractions. So you have 16/5 minus 8/5. Remember, the denominator stays the same, and we end up with 8/5. Now 8/5 is still more than 1 whole, right? So if you had 8 pieces, that would be more than 1 cake. How many pieces would make 1 cake? 5 pieces would make 1 cake, right? So basically what you're going to say is, okay, I've got 8 pieces to work with. For every 5 pieces I take out of that, that is 1 whole cake. So I can make 1 cake. 5 goes into 8 1 time, so I can make 1 cake. And then my remainder, so 1 times 5 is 5, subtract, my remainder is 3. Which makes sense, because if you take 8 pieces, you set 5 out to make your full cake. That's 8 minus 5. You're taking those 5 away, you make a full cake, and you have 3 left over. All right, so our answer is 1 3/5, and you can just type that in. There's a text box there. Okay, now let's do it with the picture. And the picture is much easier, and it's really good to have the picture there, but it takes longer. So the more practice you get with this, you'll be able to do it faster. But here's what we have in the picture. 3 1/5 has already been highlighted or filled in. And you are going to subtract 1 and 3/5. So first, let's just subtract one whole. So one whole is 5 pieces, and you can select a whole cake. It doesn't matter which one, but it needs to be one of the blue ones, but it doesn't matter which one. You can select the whole cake if you click outside of it, hold down with your thumb, and drag and select. And you're going to subtract them by making them white. Okay, we've subtracted one, and now we just need to subtract 3 pieces. Very important that you get rid of this one first, because we're trying to get rid of the cakes. 1, 2, 3. And then you can see that your answer matches 1 and 3/5, which is what we have written up above.